Imagine that this morning, instead of coming to Tilburg University and listen to these talks, you are admitted to hospital. You're scheduled for an operation which will take place tomorrow. Of course, you feel a bit nervous. There's a reason you're going into hospital, but you feel otherwise fit. So this morning, you get up as usual, have breakfast, let the dog out for a nice long walk, and drive together with your wife to the hospital. After arriving, you walk to the ward and are shown to your room. In your room, your wife sits down in the only chair, and what do? You change into your pajamas and get into bed. Isn't this a bit strange? Suddenly, you've changed from an active person into a passive one, simply because you've been admitted to hospital. Nothing has changed. The operation is tomorrow.
And we call this bedcentricity. Everything revolves around the hospital bed, and we see this on a daily basis as physiotherapists. Patients become passive in the hospital environment despite our efforts to activate them and help them towards recovery.
So is this a question of your mindset? Taken to your bed and waiting in anticipation?
Well, not only the patient, but the family also think that the patient should stay in bed. Only a few days ago, I was walking with a patient, and on return to his room, I advised him to sit in his chair. But he said to me, well, I prefer to go back to bed to receive my visitors. So when visitors arrive, they expect their loved ones in bed, but the patient finds it also more pleasant to receive his visitors in that way. But not only the patient, the medical and nursing staff's mindset is also orientated towards the patient in bed. The same patient told me that when he was walking on his own, as I advised him, he was called back to his room by the nurse so that she could keep an eye on him.
Yeah. Without realizing it, we imprison you in your bed by means of various cables, catheters, intravenous drips, etc. So imagine that you've plucked up enough courage to leave your bed, your prison, your room, after a few days and go for a walk. The first thing you see is this. Ooh, that isn't appealing. This is not a great stimulus to go for a walk. There are no railings for support, no seats to rest on. There's even no clear exits to go outside.
Yeah, and as you can see, a hospital is not designed to stimulate movement. And that's a problem. A hospital is designed to keep the patient in bed.
Even when entering a hospital, you are often confronted with this. It's very tempting to take one of these 6 lifts, and the stairs are hidden away in a corner somewhere. But why is this a problem? Why should we want to change things? Let's try it something.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody stand up, please.
Yes, come on, everyone.
Oh, that was very easy.
Oh, wow. Good audience.
Okay, now move around a little. Wiggle your hips.
Little exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move your shoulders.
Yes.
Okay.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful. And the most important reason why it's so dangerous, because that sitting is the new smoking. So laying in bed is downright dangerous. Research has shown that our muscle strength decreases on a daily basis by 5% as a result of laying in bed. So this means that after a week in bed, you can't even get out of a chair on your own. And you probably all have painful buttocks from sitting all day, but this is nothing compared to how you would feel after a day in bed, with an increased risk of bed sores. You also have an increased risk of getting a chest infection, but our brain function also decreases when we don't move. You don't believe in your recovery, and you can get depressed. So, for example, we all know how it is to have the flu and to stay in bed for 3 days. After that, you feel wobbly on your feet with no energy. And is it safe? No. Well,
no, it isn't safe. We want to change things. Let's try something. Just sit down now. You may all sit down now. 10 minutes of sitting still won't kill you.
No.
But as physical therapists, we strongly advise you to get up and start moving as soon as possible.
Yes.
But is this all possible in a hospital? Is a seriously ill patient allowed to move?
Well, as you can see, this is a very ill patient from our intensive care unit who isn't able to breathe fully for himself. He needs a machine for this, and you can see that on the tubes going into his throat. But he is able to move in our swimming pool and can build up strength, enabling him to breathe on his own without the machine. Research has shown that almost every patient is capable of some form of exercise.
So if all those hospital beds cause such problems,
Yeah.
why don't we just get rid of them?
Well,
Exit all beds.
could be good, but, well, Yvonne, maybe we are exaggerating a little bit, maybe, okay? However, we can do something about it. I think that if you've been given good information and understand why it is so important to move around, you feel much more motivated to get out of bed and stay out. And if your partner sees that you can move around and can care for yourself, he or she will be much less inclined to help you once you are discharged. And we as professionals, we should all stimulate you to move around and as much as possible, so intravenous drips can be safely removed at an earlier stage, giving you more freedom of movement, but medical staff can examine you while sitting in a chair. And we as professionals, we shouldn't be afraid to lose track on you during your admission. Modern technology is available to monitor you at a distance.
Yes, I've heard that in the near future, skin plasters can replace the intensive care monitoring. So all those devices and cables in just one plaster. That means you won't be limited in your mobility by various cables.
Yeah, that's a big advantage, but
Yeah.
a hospital should do all things possible to stimulate that movement. And, well, what do you think of more stairs? Looking like these.
Yes, these special stairs could also motivate us as staff. Thanks to all the walking and stair climbing that we do, the two of us now fit together on this one red
Small spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does it mean for you as a patient? It means that when you're in a hospital, you can follow specially marked routes with attractive colors and artwork. You have railings for support, you have seats to rest on, and there's a clear exit to go outside when you need some fresh air. And back in your room, you can sit, like this man, in his comfortable, relaxed chair, with a reclining back, enabling him to rest if he needs to, or if he wants to. And it's also easy to get out of if he wants to go to the toilet.
Yes. So a hospital room for 4 patients could have 4 chairs. And the beds are only get brought in the evening to sleep in.
Yeah. So exit all beds, but during the day.
Yeah. Well, this changes the whole idea of a hospital. And our objective is to provide a healing environment. And we have to eliminate the idea that the bed is the safest place for our patient. And you, as the patient, should have more possibilities than to stay in bed. Otherwise, we're not doing enough for you.
Imagine that you were that patient this morning. Do you want to be deprived? But luckily, it wasn't you. No. But maybe in the near future, you or your family will be admitted to hospital. And then you'll have to face the choice, to bed or not to bed. So be assertive and spend as little time possible staying in bed.
Yeah, so spread the word. Ban bedcentricity.